name's Charlotte Napier and I was one of the Digital Learning Champions in the Berkshire Digital Learning Champions project. I delivered to learners at Braywick Heath Nurseries in Maidenhead and the Acorn Community Centre in Wakeningham. I delivered to learners that all of whom had learning difficulties. The ones at Braywick had less severe learning difficulties as they were able to work and do other things. And those at the Acorn Centre had a lot more severe learning difficulties requiring greater support, and some of them had some physical disabilities such as only the use of one hand, which made some things such as pressing the Control, Alt and Delete buttons all down at the same time to log in extremely difficult. The project was all based around the My Guide materials, and the learners at Braywick managed to access them easily. One of the downfalls of the My Guide materials are that there isn't the inbuilt ability to be able to put your skills to practical use. So you'd be doing something like you'd be using Online Public Services module, and the context of the examples may not be relevant to you, but also there's the fact that when you finish the module, you don't sort of get to redirect it to the site that you've been looking at to actually use it as you would use it normally. So this is what I had to do for a lot of the learners, and for example we managed to put them onto the DirectGov website and look up car tax, which was far more relevant for a lot of those learners. In relation to the learners at the Acorn Centre, some of them had such poor mouse control skills and problems with numeracy and literacy that they weren't at a stage to be able to access My Guide, so we had to work on their basic skills first, with a view to trying to get them to use My Guide at a later date. Unfortunately, due to the nature of the project, we didn't get them onto My Guide, but I would definitely say that My Guide is not accessible for its target group. It's not easy to get onto if you're using a computer for the first time or have hardly used a computer at all. It requires a certain level of knowledge to be able to go on and use it, and by that time a lot of the basic skills have become irrelevant. So the online basics such as like the mouse control and the keyboard control, a learner who is accessing My Guide would have those skills already, so they almost become irrelevant. As part of the project we had aimed to use Web 2 technologies and cloud computing, but within the project I can say that I never used them with the learners for the simple fact that the learners weren't at a stage to benefit from them, and their aims in their learning did not match what cloud computing is really about. The focus of cloud computing is definitely collaboration, and many of the learners don't need or require to collaborate at this stage. Their learning's focused on learning the skills and then practicing the skills, and a lot of them don't require to use Google Docs as word processing because it's not relevant to what they want. A lot of them it's the internet-based learning, learning how to shop online, finding things of interest that is their real focus. By being involved in the project, I can say that I've learned a lot. I used My Guide and I learned about my rights when I was shopping online, and we've got 7 days to be able to return goods under one of the legal acts passed by Parliament. And I mean, there were other things that sort of made me stop and think that I just don't actually really think about when I'm surfing the internet or shopping online. And so, you know, it was a pause for thought, definitely. Also for me, the big thing was that for the learners, it's so important for them to be learning in an environment that's comfortable for them, with people that they trust, because a lot of them lack a lot of confidence for whatever reason, and they need to feel safe and comfortable to be able to learn and to build their confidence. And so being in an environment that is like that for them is the best thing. And I think as a result of that, you could see that how much some of the learners have developed. They've developed their confidence, their self-belief, and their ability to try new things. I think they've got over a lot of their fear that they've had about computers. And I think that, for example, there was a lady at Braywick who sort of came in to the sessions, and to start off with, her head was quite down, she was quite quiet and introverted, and by the end of the sessions, you know, she was, her head was up, smiling, she was far more confident. She was sharing YouTube clips with her fellow learners via email, and just seeing that sort of improvement was fantastic. I have thoroughly enjoyed being part of the project, and I hope that all the learners go on to continue to use their skills and develop them.